Hello and welcome back. Palace nil, Manchester City 3. So we're going to get into that shortly in terms of player performance. Is it a statement win and what it says about us currently and potentially for the rest of the season? Well, first, we're going to touch on a few of the talking points over the weekend. First, Arsenal just got over the line against Wolves in a very, very lucky result for them. But are they having a wobble? Are they? I don't know. I think it might be madness to get into this. Are they having a wobble at this stage of the season? Yeah, listen, obviously Wolves are the worst team in the division and the worst team in the division for 20 years. They just got over the line, right? But they went to Villa and lost. Lost in the last minute. Happened to anyone. No one's talking about that being an unlucky defeat, were they? So, that can happen to anyone. Drawing with Chelsea. Yeah, Chelsea had 10 men, but again, not an easy place to go. We haven't been there yet. So, and in between that, they've beaten Bayern Munich. So I don't know. They do funny things, Arsenal, when we put pressure on them. I'm just not sure that is what's happening now, and whether it's just fatigue, injuries, all the rest of it, with then a view to them coming when their players get back, them getting back to what they've been doing for most of the season, i.e., being solid defensively and grinding out wins. So I don't know, and this is what we're saying about doing it every week. Are we close? Or are we not? Are we close? Or are we not? But they don't want us behind. They don't want us behind them, did they? And I think that from where we were a few weeks ago after the Newcastle defeat and a few other dodgy results and performances, I think to be 2 points behind going into Christmas, and I do expect us to be at least 2 points behind going into Christmas. The most we've got West Ham next. I'm taking it as read that we beat them, so that would be 2 points behind, max, maybe even in front. Because if we beat West Ham, they go into their game with Everton behind us. So we'll see what they're made of, won't we? But I just think it's a bit too early to be talking about Arsenal wobbling and Arsenal struggling. But we're there, aren't we? We're there, and I don't think I saw this coming after our bit of a iffy start. But yeah, hopefully we can keep the pressure on, get a few new signings in January. I'll come on to them later, and we can do what people thought wasn't possible. This time last year, thought City were dead. Pep was walking out the door, all the rest of it, but it just shows, doesn't it? It just shows this team, the club, the management. They're very, very good at what they do. Don't write them off under any circumstances. But we'll go across London now to Spurs. They got beat 3-0 at Nottingham Forest. Shout out to Sean Dice, actually, who's doing a fantastic job there. Doing the job that he's brought in to do, but nevertheless, Ange wasn't doing it, and nor was Nuno towards the end. So fair play to him. And we've got to go there soon, which is not something I'm looking forward to. But Thomas Frank, is he in trouble at Tottenham? He might be in trouble, but what chance has he got, really? What chance has he got? I think the long and short of it is that Brentford's players that he had are better than the Tottenham ones he's got. He's got nothing up front. Wissa, Ivan Toney, and Mbeumo are better than anything Tottenham have got. Them in their prime a couple of years ago are better than anything Tottenham have got now. I know they've got a few injuries. The defence, Van der Ven and Romero, yeah, they're pretty good when they're not either injured or getting sent off. The keeper's a joke. And there's not a lot there, is it? Bergvall but he didn't start yesterday. So I don't know. They finished 17th last year and 11th now. Is that bad? Is it? Is that a bad season for Tottenham? Is it? I know they've had some really bad performances against Arsenal and Chelsea, which really haven't done them any favours. But I don't know what they're expected. I don't know what they're expecting that lot. I really don't. But I'm interested to see what happens, because the reality is the players aren't very good. Should they be higher than 11th? Maybe not. I don't know. You tell me. So anyway, our team came out. Kickoff was at 2. Pretty disappointed we were on at the same time as Newcastle Sunderland, because I fancied watching that, but given the reports afterwards, I'm glad I didn't. I've got a mate who's a Newcastle fan who won't be happy with that result or performance. But our team came out. about one-ish, and no Doku, but other than that, it was unchanged from Real Madrid and the league game before that, I think it was. So it immediately gave us a creativity problem. You could tell that by the lineup. It was all going to be very narrow. And then we see Reinders in there, and you think, not sure about that one. But can you play Savio for the start, given his recent form? Probably not. And this guy did cost us 40, 50 million quid. So it isn't unreasonable to think he can come in almost halfway through the season against Crystal Palace and do the business. So we'll come on to him shortly. But we had, as the game started pretty well. I thought first 10 minutes, I thought we were okay. Lots of the ball, Cherky, countless backwards passes, but obviously that's strategy, take a risk, take a few risks. But they started to get into it, and Adam Wharton started to set them up with chances. Pino had that chance, I think it was like 10, 15 minutes in. Probably should have done better, but I think Donnarumma may have had it covered despite what the commentators were saying. But I think what's interesting about how we look at this half is we caught them offside 3 or 4 times, but the linesman let the game go. So I think that gave me a unbalanced view of how on top Palace were at that stage, because if anything happens, it's called off anyway. So they were offside a few times, although they did create. Wharton, a couple of good passes through. Donnarumma come out of Mateta's feet, showing Dean Henderson how it's done. And it was it wasn't great, was it? But we had a lot of ball, not many chances. Our first shot, I think, came on half an hour with Foden free kick. And then obviously we scored at the end. But I thought Adam Wharton, and listen, Palace are a very good team. Right? So we're not going to go there and leather them. We're not just going to then swan in and leather them. And I'm listening to people compare this team and compare the players individually and collectively. Oh, they're not as good as a treble team. Well, trebles in England happen once every 25 years, going off the last 2 that have happened. Comparing them to that is probably an unfair bar, right? The team that won 4 in a row, right? 4 in a row has never happened in England, ever. So to compare it to that is probably a little bit unrealistic as well. And the 100-point season, well, again, no one's ever done that either. So I don't think we can really go around comparing the current team individually and collectively to unique moments in English football. Saying, why aren't you as good as that? We start sounding like United fans in some respects, or Arsenal fans going on about being unbeaten all year, and how good Vieira and Petit was, or how good Roy Keane and Paul Scholes were. Those days are gone. Obviously, the more recent memory for us, and we have some players who are legacies of that. But I think if we are not what we were, but we're still very, very good, and the division is very, very good. So I think we just need to rein in expectations in terms of what we think is going to happen during a game. Opposition teams are likely and are allowed to go forward against us. They are allowed to have shots on goal. These things are natural in football generally, just because it didn't happen for a couple of years. And even then, we gave up high quality chances, didn't we, in the Centurions year? Not so much in the treble year. So I think we just need to align our own expectations of what is normal again in football. And I think if we do that, we'll all live a little bit less stressful in terms of, oh my God, Palace have had a shot. Well, they are 4th in the league. They have got Francis centre forward up front. They have got an England international in midfield. They have a good outfit. So they will have chances, and they did. But then we scored. Perfect cross, perfect header. I'll come on to individuals in a second, and then that seems to calm us down. And once Foden scored 2-0, we were pretty close to comfortable in the second after that goal in the second half. I missed 10 minutes before Foden scored. I was decorating my dining room, so I missed 10 minutes. If anything massive happened in between then, I apologise, I missed it. But I thought what I saw the second half was a little bit calmer than the first. Adam Wharton had a few shots like he did in the first, but he's shooting. I mean, it just shows how difficult Foden's goals are, aren't it? In England, one of England's best midfielders is really struggling with shots, and Foden's doing them for fun. I think shows the class of Phil Foden, to be honest. So we'll go through player performances. Donnarumma, he makes a difference, doesn't it? Like I said, he come out to Mateta's feet, palms it away, no problem there. The shot, the commentator said he went down early for Pino's shot. I'm not entirely sure that that's right. I think he would have got close to that. Although, the guys would have scored. No, it's no buts, but they'd have got close to that. Kicking, yeah, well, all his kicking's not great, is it? But, that's just how it is. It's decent enough, it's passable. And a couple of saves that he ought to make. And that punch towards the end, I thought, that's what he does. And he comes, he punches. The guy, I don't want to talk about presence and all, these intangibles too much, but whatever it is, he's got it, hasn't he? He's got it, and him just being there gives us an advantage, I think, because his experience, he's an imposing figure, and he's very, very good, isn't he? It's as simple as that. So, yeah, I think, above average performance of him, very, very good. And another clean sheet. And no booking, which I wanted him to get one yesterday, actually. He'd been the first goalkeeper to be booked after, banned after 5 yellow cards, and he'd missed the Brentford game if he got banned, which he wasn't going to play anyway. So hopefully he can keep his trap shut in the league matches before the amnesty comes in. Nunes at right back. I thought he was brilliant. I thought he was man of the match, mate. I had him down as man of the match. Head and shoulders were. I never thought I'd say this, by the way. Man of the match, as far as I'm concerned. The cross for Haaland is perfect. No ifs, no buts. That is Kevin De Bruyne, David Beckham, whoever you want to pick out. That is a perfect cross. Haaland's movement excellent, and what a header. I was like, defensively he was sound, won a few free kicks, his energy. Yeah. I think he was superb, wasn't it? I mean, people talk about him. Is he a right back now? I don't think so yet. I think my judge of him as a right back is he's in right back, and I haven't got any concern he's going to make any catastrophic cock-up. We're not even 3 weeks away from his last catastrophic cock-up. So let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. However, he was brilliant in Real Madrid, and he was brilliant yesterday. Tick, tick. 2 very difficult away games. So yeah, you do it again. Keep doing it. Well done, Mateus Nunes. Ruben Diaz. He's heading. I certainly shouldn't compare people to treble winning teams and players, but he is definitely on that trajectory, isn't it? Blocking everything, challenging for everything. Yeah, he's passing a bit iffy from time to time, but that's the price on a ticket with him. But yeah, I mean, it's Women's Your Town, by the way, if anyone's wondering what that logo is. This was played around the corner from my house. He's definitely heading in the right direction, and I think he just needs to keep this up. He gets exposed sometimes in midfield, whether that's someone giving the ball away or ball over the top or whatever it is, but he always will. So that's why we need the pace next to him. We need keepers who are confident, and yeah, I think he's definitely on the way back. As an individual, he's doing really well. As is Gvardiol next to him. And again, challenge for everything, blocking everything, particularly after he took that whack in the first 5 minutes. It's definitely early doors. He needs a rest, so don't he? I keep saying the same thing over and over again. He needs a rest. But the pair of them are doing a belting job. But, and again, I'll talk about transfers. What happens if one of them goes down injured? Kusanov, yeah, he's all right. Yeah, he's decent enough. Is he a Premier League winning centre half? If you need to play 10 games on the trot, maybe not. I would if Stones or Ake were two years younger and more likely to be fit, then I wouldn't have any concerns. But they're not, are they? They're both a bit older and they're both a lot more injury prone by the looks of it. So Ake is probably going to go in January anyway. We need a centre half. I think we need someone else at the back who can help. Is that Mark Gahey? I thought he was excellent yesterday with Haaland. Thought that was really good battle. But you're not getting him out of there, are you? like I said on the video the other day, if Crystal Palace sell him, that manager will be walking out the door with him. He's already lost Elise, Eze, and he's still there after winning the cup, and don't give him any money. I mean, yeah, I mean, I think it'd be good for us, but I just don't think it's realistic. Plus, he can wait to the end of the season after World Cup and pick any club in the world he wants to go to, gets a nice whack as well. So I can't see it, unfortunately, and I don't know any others. So, you know, I hopefully Viana's been looking, because the guys definitely need some help if we're going to challenge on all fronts. Similarly with the midfield, because Bernardo again played yesterday. I think he's a key player. He's got not much creativity these days, but he's a key player. But you can't play every game. We saw it last season. You play him every game, bad things start to happen, don't they? His legs get tired, and it just doesn't happen for him. I'd just reserve him for the big matches, particularly big away games, which I suppose you say Palace was one. But we're playing West Ham at home next week. We'll probably have to play in that. You don't really want him playing in that, do you? You want someone else, someone a bit better, someone like Warson. But again, you're not getting him out of there. You're not getting him out of there. And so I think with Bernardo playing with Nico, I'm still not sure Nico could do it all on his own. And so I do think Bernardo needs to play, or another has to play. And I don't know who that another is. Kovacic's injured. Rodri. What do we do with Rodri? Do we just forget it? I don't mean sell him or whatever. I just mean forget it. Work on the basis that he's not going to be fit. Buy the best one you can in January, whoever that is. I don't think it'll be Wharton. I don't think you get an Anderson out of Forest either. So then you just go back. Then you just buy some £50 million journeyman. He might be good, he might not be. Well, I mean, it depends on our approach to strategy is. Is it get the best player we can for the next 5 years, or is it just get someone? We need someone. They need help. Just get someone. So I don't know who. I don't know, but because Nico is looking tired. He got caught on the ball a couple of times yesterday, but despite that, I thought he was very, very good. But it's key to everything. It's key to everything good that's happening at the moment. But you can't do it forever. He's getting the Rodri treatment, isn't it? Just play. So they need help. We need to go into the market and buy somebody. I don't know who, but we need to buy somebody. Sharpish. Well, not Sharpish can't buy the next 2 weeks, can you? But 1st of January, they need to have someone in by the first weekend of the transfer window, in my view, because we saw Reinders yesterday. He's not an away from home midfield player, is he? He might not even be a Premier League midfield player. He's gone from the best debut I've ever seen, minus the first 20 minutes, when he still thought he was in Serie A, to being nothing, really. Positives: we won 3-0. If we hadn't, he'd be getting pelters, right? But, and I think this is important, we have got easy games coming up, particularly at home. So next game, Brentford, home in the Cup. I expect to play in that. West Ham in the league at home. I expect to play in that. And if you can't play well in those 2 games, West Ham are bad. Brentford are all right, but they're playing us at home. And I know there'll be a lot of changes, and you might not be able to get any rhythm, but you can do your bit. You can sprint. You can win the ball. You can not be brushed off the ball. You can make the right decisions. He made the wrong decision a couple of times. He keeps running, and then they just take it off him, or doesn't pass his shot. I mean, is that shot a bad decision? I think it's a bad decision if it doesn't go in. I think I'll say that. I think that's what it is. The decisions look back on it in hindsight, is it? But I thought at the time he should pass. Whether he could or not, I don't know. But the shot wasn't very good either. So I don't know where we go with him. Well, it's early days, isn't it? It's early days. But he's not we cannot play Nico and him in centre midfield. We cannot play Bernardo and him in centre midfield in any game that we want to have any hope of winning, because there's nothing there, nothing in him. Nothing in him. He needs to be out the way, Look at the small players over the years: Gundogan, Bernardo Silva, David Silva. None of them give up the balls that he gives up just by being wet. So So hopefully he can pull his finger out of the next few games. Phil Foden is another one. He's quite small, isn't he? But no one takes a ball of him, and he wins the ball back. So hopefully he can take a win out of Phil's. But how do you think Phil played yesterday? I thought he was all right. I don't think he was man of the match as Sky gave him. Like I said, I thought that was Nunes. But that goal again, the goal, innit? Him and Cherky linking up again. I mean, those goals we just take for granted. Look at Wharton shooting, terrible. And then look at Phil's. It's not an easy skill, but he seems to have mastered it. His work rate's great. His positional play's great. His role's a little bit different to what it has been. He's obviously better than last season. I never bought into that he'd fallen off a cliff last year. He wasn't as good as Player of the Year standard, but he was still our second leading goal scorer. So, in a bad team, he had his injuries and whatever happened. But I said at the start of the season, we don't need Player of the Year Phil to be back. We need just normal Phil. And I think we're getting, not Player of the Year Phil, we're getting better than normal. And I think, and if this standard becomes normal, then we're in for a treat over the next few years, because he's been exceptional for the most part of the season when he's played. Struggled in Madrid a bit, but like I said at the time, he got booked early, didn't he? But generally speaking, I think he's been excellent. And linking up well with Cherky. I think he's come on leaps and bounds, Cherky. We played Newcastle away, he started, Liverpool at home he started, and things got away for him. I just said I want to see him play 5 matches on the trot and see where we're up to. Well, it's 3 now. Sunderland, Real Madrid, and Crystal Palace. And he's played well in every one of them. Different types of playing well as well, what's required against Sunderland is not necessarily what's required against Real Madrid, and what's required against Crystal Palace isn't necessarily what's required against those teams either. So I thought he showed a good range. Again, like I say, links up with Phil. And that's 3 down now. Let's see who gets on the next 2. I don't think he'll play during the week. I think he'll be ready to go against West Ham. And he should have a field day against West Ham. They are bad. They are very, very bad. So looking forward to that game. And yeah, he's been excellent, hasn't he? Been excellent. Settled in that position. Is it his own yet? It probably is, isn't it? The way he's going, setting him up, setting Philip all the time. Yeah, yeah, good. So far, so good. For 30 million quid, it's a steal. And it looks like he want. You heard the sort of stuff. Always people throw the word maverick around and whatever else. Makes it sound like he just stands there and does what he wants. Like to play out the 70s or something. But he does seem to be engaged and learning and changing. And I don't know, but he looks like he's lost weight from when he first started playing with us. So yeah, all going very, very well for him. All going very, very well. There's a point in David dribbling, remind me of King Clancy. But yeah. He's doing everything. 240, good dribbler, eye for a pass, very creative. What's not to like? And Haaland, even Jamie Carragher is praising him now. Saying he's a more all-rounded player. Well, yes, Jamie. Yeah, he is. And people tend to improve as they get older. Yeah, and he definitely has. But his work rate, I'm sure, has improved this season over last season. He won the ball a couple of times off a few Palace players, heading it away off corners, free kicks, throw-ins, things of that nature. So yeah, his link-up plays better. They were moaning on it, not moaning, keep saying on the telly, he's only touched the ball X amount of times before he scored a header. I'm sick of hearing it, to be honest with you. That header was superb, and his heading has come on from August. Spurs and Wolves missed sitters with his head, and now they're it seems to be a different class. So well done to Big Earl for that. And the only problem we've got is that we don't have an senior reserve striker now. Mamouche is going. So is it Makassa? Is it, am I pronouncing that right? Hopefully he'll come in against Brentford and dip in and out, because I've liked the look of him when I've seen him in the FA and League Cups. So hopefully you can take up some of the slack at some point. But it's going to be difficult. But we need to keep him fit, because if he goes down 6 weeks whilst Mamouche isn't here, then I don't think we'll be catching Arsenal anytime soon. But it's a big gap now between City, Arsenal, Villa, and fourth. So, we should be all right on that front. We just need, we can't buy a striker in the winter, can we? We can't, we can't buy everything. But overall, yeah, Haaland has improved very well, and his penalty technique was excellent as well. Same against Madrid. So he obviously works in his game a lot, doesn't he? He's obviously a very coachable, very, very ambitious guy. Very similar is he like Ronaldo, Messi, that, where they just look to improve all the time. We see a lot of these players who they hit a level and they're up and down, up and down, up and down. These guys are like Salah, something like that. So yeah, he's doing very, very well. Just needs to keep him fit, and hopefully we do. The subs, I'll just talk about Savio because the other ones come on a bit late, didn't it? Yeah, I mean, good cameo again, wasn't it? I was in my living room shouting, "Run, Sav! Run, Sav! Run!" And he gets to the goalkeeper. I'm like, "Well, just score." And he took it a bit heavy. Then he tried to take it round him. Then he gets taken down. I'm not going to piss on his chips here. I'm not going to piss on Savio's chips because he did win the penalty. But that keeper did him a favour, didn't he? Because if that keeper doesn't pull him down, I'm not sure he's knocking that in, I'm not sure he's knocking that in. But he didn't have to, did he? He didn't have to because he got brought down, and the history books say he won a penalty, and the history books are good enough for me. I'm not going to pick holes in it, So hopefully that goes down as a goal contribution. Let's call it an assist, shall we? We'll take what we can get, and it was penalty goes in pretty easily, and then it's quite comfortable, isn't it? And then we're done. Then the other lot come on: Mamu, Sheikh Nouri, Rico Lewis, but not really, didn't really do anything. So a good day at the office, 2 points behind Arsenal, and things are looking rosy, aren't they? Things looking rosy, but they need some support. We need to buy someone, at least one, preferably two, in the winter. Unless we can get Rodri back for. He needs to be playing away at United. He needs to be starting away at United. That's the 17th of January, right? If he can't. And if he's starting against them, he has been back for a few weeks before that as well. So we'll have to see where we are, and that's mid-Jan. Then, if he can't play mid-Jan, then they're going to have to go and not necessarily panic buy, but go and buy someone sharpish, someone who've had their eye on. Maybe that Edison from Atlanta, who was linked with the other year, might be an easy deal to do. I don't know. But we need something. I said I'd wait to see where we are post Chelsea, and I'm sticking by that because I do think it's crackers every week saying they won, we've lost, we've drawn, they've won, counting. But we're looking good, aren't we? We're looking good. Next up, Brentford. I'm hoping for mass rotation in that game. I don't want to see any of them really. Any of the main characters, the main. I want Reinders to play just to get minutes in his legs and hopefully get some confidence. Savio to play, Ake to play, Kusanov to play, Trafford to play. It'd be easy to say, I don't want to play. Right. No Nico Gonzalez under any circumstances. No Haaland. No Foden. No Cherky. No Gvardiol. And then take it from there. No O'Reilly. Oh, I didn't talk about Nico O'Reilly, did I? Goodness me, how can I talk about him? I'll tell you why I didn't talk about him. Because there's not a lot to say, really, is it? He's just brilliant. He's just brilliant and continues to play at such a high level. So, they're a physical outfit, aren't they, Palace, as well? And he holds his own, physical, good in tight space. He's very quick. I don't know what to say. I don't know what else to say. So sorry I missed him out. So let's see where we are against Brentford. We'll leave it there. Goodness me, 30 minutes. Jeez, about 29. I was hoping to have someone on for this game, for this review, but I've been so busy, I couldn't arrange it. I didn't. I'm only doing this now just because I've got time to do it now. I didn't know when I'd be free. So, but hopefully that'll be should be quieter towards the end of the week. So hopefully I'll get someone on for the preview of the West Ham game, and we'll do a bit of season, sort of half-year roundup or something like that. We'll do something like that, I think. So thank you for joining. A quick mention of the stocking fillers as well. We never win at home, we never win away, and Don't Look Back in Anger by Don Price and Sean Riley. Check those out. good stocking fillers. And yeah, we'll leave it there. Onwards and upwards. Don't forget to like and subscribe, please. Leave a comment, even if you agree with me. Just leave a comment. It's all good stuff, and I'll appreciate it. So thank you very much, and I'll see you Friday for the West Ham preview. Take care.